Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Backend of flood monitoring system using Laravel. Laravel. I am Muhammad Irfan. We start our presentation with problem statement. That there are already couple of system for flood monitoring system, and the system take a long time to load its contents and lack of scalability and do not apply. This happen because they do not apply the microservices. So our objective is to maximize the uses of microservices functionality in development and production phases to provide the integrating third-party services such as RESTful API that can be used by the client to develop an optimized system that can respond fast and handle if there are any changes in the future, and to provide client authentication by using Laravel Passport package. Tools and techniques, as we already know, we are using Laravel. We use Laravel RESTful Service application due to routing engine, middleware, model view controller framework, object relational mapping (ORM), and authentication component. RESTful API is used to communicate between client and server. RESTful web services are a way of providing interoperability between computer systems on the internet. RESTful compliant web services allow requesting system to access and manipulate textual representation of web resources using a uniform and predefined set of stateless operations. Model view controller architecture. So model is to handle the data logic and rules. View is to interact with the user by displaying the output and accepting the input in various forms. Controller is to control, send commands to the model to update the data as well as send commands to the view to modify the data being accepted or displayed. As the figures show, start with the user interact with a view, then the view alert controller of particular event, then controller update model, then model alert view that it has changed, lastly view grab model data and update itself. Next, we also using Docker. Every flight monitoring system component will containerize by using Docker before deploying to the server to optimize the resources. Some of the system is Angular, Laravel, Hasura, Postgres, and RabbitMQ. A Docker container is an isolated and secure environment which contains everything necessary for an application to run. It is also created from a Docker image that can then be run, started, stopped, or removed at will by a very little effort. Next, I will pass to my friend.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Izzat Najmi bin Azhar, and today I'm going to show how the backend of flight monitoring system works. So we name our system as Laravel. Previously on FYP1, we mentioned that our system prototype function to maintain and manage the database as well as prepare APIs for the flight front-end client to use the data that we provided. However, there is no client-side page for them to easily grab the personal access token and less flexibility for the admin to manage the client and the database. So firstly, this is the user interface for the client where they need to register or log in order to request the personal access token to use our APIs. For example, register, enter all the details, and click request token to request the personal access token. So this is the personal access token of user 2. The user may use this token to consume our APIs. For example, they can use our API as what have been done by the other team, where they develop the front end of flight monitoring system. All the data displayed here were consumed from the back end of the system from Laravel. And then this is the user interface for the system admin. As usual, they need to enter their email address and password to access to the web application. So what shows here is the roles that currently available, the admin and the normal user. The normal user is the client, and the admin can add or delete a new role as well as edit the role in order to give them permission to view certain web page. Next is the admin also can manage the users. Here, Laravel displays all registered users where we got two admin, which is me and my partner Irfan, and several registered client. The admin also can view, edit and delete the details of the users, and this is the client that was registered by us just now. And then the media, where the admin can upload stuff like image and video. And then the tools of Laravel. So currently we have 5 tools, and I only want to mention 2 important tools that can be utilized by the system admin. First is database. So these tools help the admin to create new table as well as edit or delete available tables. And the second tools is BREAD. So BREAD stands for browse, read, edit, update and delete. And BREAD helps to manage what type of data that the admin want to view and manage. Besides, it also helps to declare relation between different tables. To do that, the admin only need to add BREAD to the desired table and do some simple configuration. For example, this is the configuration of the station table, and to add a relationship, the admin may click create a relationship here. And lastly, this is how the table looks like after BREAD is done. The admin can easily view and edit all the data inside the table like this. So that's all from me. Thank you.